Hello ETT lovers, Vlad here, your Brazilian coach. Different video today. I'm in São Paulo visiting my family, and the VR competition season is over, and now I'm walking towards the Sitar Club to visit my old friends, the old club I used to play, to do my real life preparation for tournaments. So I used to do this, walk this way at least 2-3 times a week back in the day, 10 years ago. I did that for at least 5 or 6 years, training with Rodrigo, Leo and Teddy. And today is Monday. I'm bringing my paddle, my real life paddle, and playing with them today just for fun, having some maybe playing some matches today just to have some fun, having the feeling again, probably laughing at myself. And then on Wednesday I'll come back because Rodrigo Leo invited me for a group training session they used to do every Wednesday. I of course accepted. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be hard on me probably, but it's gonna be fun. Big dog here barking. And that's it. I'm very curious to know how it's gonna be. After almost 3 years only playing in VR, I know the feeling, the paddle feeling, the touch is gonna be very different. It's never gonna be the same, real life in VR. But lots of real life players, they tell me the transition to VR now is easier because of the timing and ball trajectory. So I hope I can adjust fast to those things. Let's see how it is, the adaptation from VR to real life. In January is the other way around. And to be honest guys, where I live there's no table tennis club, so that's why I'm playing only VR for so long. I miss real life training, to be honest. I love it. I did that all my life since I was 12 years old. With my brother. My brother was a big national champion when we were young. And here I am, back to Sitar Club. Let's see if I can get in. I'm gonna show you guys the club. I'm gonna record some of the matches, the practice today. And also on Wednesday. So I'll let you know about it. So let's go in. Okay, so let's go in to Sitar Club. You see the guys there? You can see Teddy now. I know the club is a bit different from what I remember. They changed everything. And here we are at Sitar Club, ladies and gentlemen. Look, Rodrigo Leo there. And Teddy teaching classes, and that's it. See you guys on the table. my first impressions after this first training in real life. As I used to say to my students in VR, real life and virtual reality are two different sports. Technically is very similar, strategically very similar, but feeling is different, ball trajectory is different, timing is different. The touch, that feeling that when you hit the ball is absolutely different. I mean, it's close, but it's very different in a few ways, important ways. So if you know what I'm saying. That doesn't mean they don't help each other. So if you are a real life player, you can benefit from VR for sure, especially strategically playing against different people all over the world is very comfortable. So strategically is a very good idea to play in VR. But if you are a VR player, like me, playing in real life is fun, but I don't think it really helps. I mean, at some point maybe, but it doesn't really help. And this is my advantage. Some people, especially in Brazil nowadays, they are asking me this very frequently. What's my secret to be still like number 5 in the world, still being 3 times Brazilian champion in VR? Because nowadays I'm playing against some of the greatest Brazilian players nowadays. So Leo Arata is super division in Brazil. So let's consider it's just like in VR, super division, first, second, and third division. So Leo Arata is number 15 or 20 in Brazil, something like that, super division. Ren Nozawa, 17 years old, also super division. And we have a few other players in Brazil playing VR, trying VR for the first time, Afonso and other players. They are super division in Brazil. And me at 47 years old now, I would never be in real life super division in Brazil. Maybe first division, probably second division. And I'm still playing at the same level of these guys, winning more often than losing. Just beat Reynosawa for the Brazilian national finals, and Reynosawa beat Leo Arata in the semifinals. So two great players in VR, and even stronger in real life. And some people ask, what's the secret? Because let's say I consider myself a second division player in Brazil, and the thing is, I'm only playing VR for almost 3 years. That gives me some advantage. They are playing more. They're spending more time in real life for different reasons. And they are not spending enough time in virtual reality. So that gives me some advantage because of the feeling, because of the control, timing, right, and everything else. So again, two different sports. They are very similar in some aspects, but two different sports. And of course, people, if some players, they have time to play VR in real life a lot, maybe they improve both at the same time. But for example, Leo Arata he's not spending any time in VR. He has his own club, his wife is pregnant now, first a baby. He has a lot of things to deal with, and he's literally spending 5 minutes before a match in VR, just warming up a little bit, and he's beating very strong players, the best players in VR already. He beat ProTT twice, he beat NetPing once, like he beat LSR, lots of great players. And he's not practicing anything in VR. He's not doing it. Imagine if someone with his potential is like spending 80%, 70% of his time in VR instead of 1% he's doing, or something like that, you know? So of course he could be much stronger in VR. And that's the thing. Like, if you spend more hours in VR, you're gonna get better in VR. If you spend more hours in real life, so that's my secret, let's say. Which is, there's no secret actually. It's just like I'm not playing real life at all. Not because I don't want to. It's because I don't have the opportunity to play. There's no table tennis clubs where I live. Last time I practiced in VR in real life for a tournament was 1 year before the pandemic, so 2019. Yeah. And after that, so for the last almost 6 years now, I'm not playing any real life. So, in the last almost 3 years, in March 2026, is gonna be 3 years playing only VR. And so that gives me this kind of advantage over some of those players. Because in real life, I cannot compete against them. They are just much stronger than me. And even the other players from other parts of the world, probably I'm the weakest real life player in the top 10 for a long time. Other than, I mean, Learner Forever was never played in real life, so probably I could beat Learner Forever in a real life match. But other than him, the top 10, top 15, probably I'm the weakest in real life. But I'm only playing VR, so I can still beat some of those guys, and that gives me some edge. And talking about edge, my feeling playing in real life today, I was there just for fun, and Teddy helped me, the Brazilian Teddy, helped me with some different rubbers there, giving me some different paddles to try. They have the Yola sponsorship in the club, so they gave me something there, like they for me to try different paddle settings, because my rubbers, the ones I have at home, are really not good at the moment, and very different from what I play in VR. So then I could have some better feeling with some of the rubbers. I can't remember the name. On Wednesday I'm gonna play again with this setting, so I can let you guys know which one it is. But in general, like better grip, rubbers, and not too hard sponge, kind of a medium or maybe slightly softer sponge. That was better. I felt like easier to kind of touch the ball and generate enough arc, generate enough spin, top spin. And the worst part for me was the timing for backspin shots. So it felt like in real life, like when your opponent plays a good backspin shot, the ball touched your side of the table and kind of accelerates in a different way. And I was always like slightly late. I was hitting a lot of edges when I was trying to topspin the ball, especially on the backhand side. And because on the forehand side, you can kind of rotate your body, turn your body a bit more, so you have some extra time to adjust. But the timing for backhand opening attack is kind of you cannot play much with different timing. You need a very good one. You need to take the ball in front of the body all the time. And it was very tough for me. At the beginning, it took me more than an hour to feel slightly comfortable, but I played today for like a little bit over 2 hours, and it was not comfortable at all. But more about this timing and backspin shots, and also in real life, people play more often in a flat way. They hit the ball with less arc and flatter shots, and that changes the timing. And I was expecting something, and it was different. So I was feeling like out of position most of the time. And if you're out of position, you're gonna be late. And if you were late, you're gonna miss the shot, or you're gonna play a very bad quality shot. So it was hard for me, very hard. It was fun, lots of fun. I could play a few sets with Teddy, with other VR players that they were there. Like in VR, they're not that strong. They're kind of a second or third division level in VR, but Teddy is super division level in VR, and I didn't stand a chance against him. It was very tough. Like, he kicked my ass, but it was a lot of fun. So I probably, if I wanted to go back to real life competition, I would probably have to quit VR at least for 2 or 3 months. This is my feeling now after going there for the first time. In a couple of days, today is Monday, on Wednesday I'm gonna get there to practice in a group class with them. Rodrigo Leo is teaching this class, so he invited me, so I'll be there to practice with this Teddy's rubber. So I'm gonna have a better feeling probably. But I think I would need 2 to 3 months only playing in real life constantly to get this feeling back. Not to mention the amount of money I would have to spend looking for a good blade and good rubbers appropriated to my style now. Because after a few years playing VR, strategically I'm a different player, and this is a good thing actually. But I would have to adjust a lot of things in my game, especially in pedal settings, find different rubbers, this kind of a thing. So, and this is very expensive in Brazil, so I would have to spend a lot of money. A rubber in Brazil, good quality, is around 500 Brazilian money. So 2 rubbers is around 1,000. Just for you to understand my rent, I live in a 3-bedroom house, not a fancy one, very simple house in a simple neighborhood in the countryside, but I pay 1,400 a month rent. So it's less than 1 blade and 2 rubbers, way less. So I would have to spend 2 to 3 months rent equivalent to find some good combination, blade and rubbers. And I'm not willing to do that. I'm not planning to do that actually, because I'm not living in São Paulo, and there's no clubs where I live, as you all know. But if I would have to, that would be very painful to spend all this money finding some good settings, right? All right, so that's it for today. I'll let you guys know on Wednesday. I'll try to record also some of the practice on Wednesday. Hopefully I'm gonna play at the end of the session. I'm gonna play a few matches with different players, see how it goes. If I get used to a bit better about the timing and the feeling, this is the worst part. Yeah, and another thing, like picking up balls from the floor, so painful all the time. So I really miss the ball machine to warm up. In VR, ball machine is really nice. In 10 minutes, I feel like I'm ready to play. Warming up with the ball machine. In real life, it took me much longer, and I wasn't feeling ready, actually. And picking up balls from the floor is so painful. My lower back's gonna cry tomorrow, probably. Okay, see you guys soon.